similar to me. At some point, she simply vanished, leaving behind only a single vestige. Louis thought it might mean something, so he brought it to me. I know nothing about her, but I feel that I should. There are memories in this vestige. Please, could you show me?
All right, welcome back. Totally tried doing something off screen just to check if I was in the right spot.
And the story attacked you.
And I was ganked by the story.
Yeah.
She was talking about how Io was talking about Lita,
Which was
the other attendant.
Yeah.
By Aurora.
Yes. Outside the Cathedral of the Holy Blood.
Right. But apparently, Louis picked up a vestige core from Lita.
And was like, hey, apparently this is for Io. It's interesting.
Right.
If there...
Who's there? My name is Leda. I am an attendant, here to serve and support you in your
Hanging out outside the door.
Yep.
I see.
That's kind of lonely.
But even so, I'm sorry. I cannot allow you to come inside.
So's being inside.
Oh.
I understand, and it will not be a problem. I will stay and attend to you from out here.
From out here.
In that case, do you think you could talk with me for a
Hey,
while?
being a successor is a lonely business.
As often and being a successor to basically anything would be, I imagine.
That woman, is she the hunter?
Call me the hunter.
Oh, blood on the floor.
Leda? Where did you go?
Do not worry, successor.
Oh.
I have performed my duty and dealt with the intruder. They will not be able to revive now that they have been turned to ash.
I casually murdered some
Casually murder.
Driving them off is enough, isn't it? Why did you have to go so far?
To prove a point.
My duty is to protect and defend you. I must ensure threats are completely repelled before they have a chance to cause you harm.
As the successor of the ribcage, I order you to stop hunting revenants immediately.
Damn.
No, I'm sorry, successor, but I will do what must be done. That is my purpose.
Leda.
Forcefully helping.
It's a term that I coined while I was playing Overwatch as an attack mercy. I coined the phrase
Successor?
preventative healing.
Looks like I won't be able to remain myself for much longer. Thank you for everything, Leda.
Oh, there's the end. It's the end of the world as we know it.
My only
I feel
regret
fine.
is leaving
Yeah,
you all
yeah.
alone.
Well, Aurora obviously doesn't.
Yeah, shame.
So unerringly steadfast.
I do not understand.
So begrudging.
I have performed my duty. I have done everything I was supposed to do.
I think that's maybe some underlying envy.
I was supposed
Yeah,
to do
I suppose.
to protect my successors.
You can see where we started. That's so goofy.
You can see where we're ending, too. Because it's literally right
Closing time. Yep.
there. Io's memories, trophy earned.
Yep.
Wait, what does that imply? Io wasn't in those scenes unless she's a fragment of Lita, I guess.
Well, what I've been able to piece together is that all of the attendants were made at the same time.
Sure.
A successor.
Meaning all of them have kind of a share. Well, all of the attendants, because there's an attendant for every single successor.
Yeah, sure.
Her successor. We were created with the same purpose.
Yep. There you go.
That
While they may not be,
attendant, Leda, she was a
while they may
defender
not
of
be
sacred ground.
Io's memories specifically, she shares background in all of those thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, she fulfilled her duty, and yet I'm not sure how to describe what I'm feeling.
Masaka.
It seems so empty somehow. Her life was consumed entirely by her mission. Leda,
Yep.
It's really hard to look at the screen right now. That candle was way too bright.
Way too
I
bright.
want to know more. All this time I've been blindly following my duty. But is what I'm doing really the right thing? What is my true purpose in life?
What is my reason for being?
If
What is
I
my
am
raison
you,
d'etre?
I may be able to find
I'm having
the
flashbacks
answers
to Outlaw
some of my
Star.
Having
questions,
flashbacks to Ergo
just as I
Proxy.
did now.
Damn.
Damn. Where the entire purpose of a proxy, I want to say, spoilers, was
Still,
I
feel I must ask
to
you
exist
for
as a
guidance.
deity for the
Please, will you
wasteland cities.
permit me to go with you in your
I'm not super familiar with Ergo Proxy, other than I know the name, and I was like, Jesus, because I've never heard anybody talk about it before.
Sure.
It's an anime.
Oh, look at her!
Thank
Mhm.
you from the bottom of my heart. I shall do my best.
Look at that smile.
It's the little teeny little smirk of like, yay, and I'm just like, oh, I can't handle that.
There we go. All right, but what I was actually looking up
Please accept, I'm not
was
sure what strength it might. Here,
take it.
take it.
Have this blood code. There it
Oh,
is.
there it is. It was like, where's the squish?
I was gonna say, where's the squish?
As an attempt, but if I am with you, there
Okay, we have established that. I was going to check if we could restore
We can restore many.
many of those.
Oh, God.
But look at all those.
We have like 5 to do.
EOS vestige is that big. Where's B at?
You're missing B and D.
B and D. But we can now give valuables, and we don't have any strange oddities to give her, but she does have a really she has a slamming polearm.
The Demarung.
The Demarung. I haven't really given it a whole lot of testing.
Someone pointed out that on 420 this year, it'll
Yeah.
be 420.
Oh god. And everywhere is going to be so smelly.
Like the law.
Smog will shoot up by 300,000% across America.
I'll lead the way.
Anywhere, really.
Oh god, by now we should have
The
more
depths.
of these.
Well, we haven't done any of it
We
yet.
haven't done any.
I've done 3 or 4
but I
of
want to
those.
say we have a small mission objective in the Den of Darkness.
Are we going to work on that right
I
now?
think we should work on that right now.
Do you want to spend haze before you do that? You're at 6.6k.
Oh, we should really.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
We should really get the head start there. Level up,
66k. What am I doing? There we go.
and we should at the very least see if we could upgrade if there was anything worth upgrading real quick.
Upgrades.
Upgrade. And the Hanamurkuro is something that I have been toying with playing for a later game thing. So I think I may start upgrading that.
All right.
The Queenslayer bayonet is next to. In terms of the bayonets, I found I prefer the Brodea, followed by the Black Bayonet, followed by the Queenslayer's bayonet,
But the Berde is the one that you get from Mia, which we don't have yet. So.
which we don't have yet.
and could not get right now if we wanted. So,
Right.
I mean, if we really wanted to, we could grind for it. But
I'm not really feeling up
I forgot
to
we
the
bought the
grind.
Christmas.
The Christmas
The Christmas
thorns.
veil.
Yes, we did. But I don't want to upgrade anything too terribly much just yet.
Terribly much.
Terribly much. But what's our primary right now? We're using this Y-hander, which we need titanium for.
Yeah.
We don't have access to that yet.
We are not far enough along.
All right. I'm just gonna...
Are you caught up on My Hero Academia?
Yes, I am. Oh, my god. 100%. Oh my god.
But seriously,
Ah.
you've made
I saw a screenshot of it of like one of the last shots before the end of the episode. No spoilers for episode. Was that 76?
Yeah.
No spoilers.
I got it.
There's a shot towards the end of that episode where it shows the low angle shot
Where it shows the low angle shot. And it was
Of-
glorious.
of
Watch
Deku,
yourself out
Yeah.
there.
and his face is in shadow, and it's like someone
Yep.
posted it on Twitter, and they're like, I think someone tapped into the dark side for
the
this
dark
one.
side.
Dude looks evil.
I'll lead the way.
Well, that's also because he was carrying what's her face.
Eri, E-R-I is her name, if I remember right.
Yep. So we're jumping into the depths.
You ever have that feeling where you're just like, uh-oh, I think my fly's undone? It's not. I know it's not.
But now that you mention it, I just checked just to be sure.
Because you just go, wait a minute. I don't remember right now, and it could totally be a problem, and it's not. And you just go, oh, I guess I just grabbed my junk for no reason. I didn't even look because I remember.
Chemical lights.
Chemical lights are useless to us.
Now that I can just RV Mastery 102. So those masteries you can totally use at any given moment, and they are totally like they.
You started breaking this down for me before we started recording because you saw that I had a couple of them and I hadn't used them.
Yeah.
Does it literally unlock the skill for you permanently, or is it just...
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It is not a temporary boon.
Okay.
It is a permanent thing. So 102 ice buff.
Making sure your gear is good.
You just have it now.
Yep. Now, if I wanted to, I could hop into my actives here, and if I were looking at my buffs...
I think it's a passive.
No, it's an active.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? It might be a passive.
Well, we went through the actives and it wasn't... Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Second row on the
Second row. That is now permanently at my disposal.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
So, and you get these primarily by completing like side quests and shit.
By the way, I think we covered it, but I'm still going to say it again just in case. If the intro to this episode was fucking weird and confusing, it's because, as you stated,
I was trying to like go back through.
You just went back to home base, and it was just like cutscene.
And I needed to check if I had all of the Fion cores for reasons that'll become much more pronounced later.
Well, it's literally for the exact same reason that you needed all the cores going forward with Aurora. It's the same principle of have the cores save the day, save the cheerleader, save the world. Yeah, I made a Heroes reference in 2020. What are you going to do about it? That show was so good in the first season, and then every episode thereafter was just
Oh God.
Something tells me that you're overgeared for this area.
We are. Well, this was an area that was.
It is. You should be in this area when you're entering.
Well,
like zone 2-1.
Yeah.
To use Mario terms.
Yep. Oh God, the lightning's so good.
It's also really hard to look at sometimes. Nope.
Oh God. Oh, that's not as punishing as I thought it would be.
No way.
But these are like small like at this level. Like when you go back and like I sat down one night on my personal save and just did these for as long as I did all of them. And it took me a few hours. Like there's a lot there. So let's see, where was I going? I was going this way.
I was just having a moment where I started thinking about I looked at the peanut butter that I have sitting on my table because I was making
oh God,
sandwiches yesterday and I just kind of left it out because I can. It's got the cap on. I'm not a barbarian.
Not a barbarian. Uh-huh.
And it made me think about the Best Friends play did a Machinima video when Hitman Absolution came out.
Yeah.
And they're making a joke going, Matt goes, oh yeah, you know what? Hitman should find out if his target is has a peanut allergy, and then just bring a jar of peanut butter up to him. And Pat's response is, Hitman should really just carry a jar of peanut butter with him everywhere he goes.
Everywhere he goes.
Because you never know.
Something people are allergic to. Den of Darkness keys. So you typically get...
So yeah, break down what the crypts are, because we haven't talked about it.
So these are secondary, like, mini zones.
I described it as chalice dungeons from Bloodborne.
Yeah, they are that's 1-to-1. 1-to-1.
That was weird.
Well, he was dead either way.
Yeah.
And yeah, they have you can do them again and again and again. And they will offer all sorts of tasty goodies.
But they're level locked.
They're level locked, and they typically have a specific, like, once you clear them, they're cleared. But the mobs inside are still good for, like, I typically like using them for testing testing builds and under various different.
You know, people are still discovering new stuff in the Chalice dungeons.
Really?
Because
that's awesome.
It's you have to go find specific stuff, and you have specific items.
Mini boss time.
Can you beat this mini boss? Oh no! Oh no!
All right, so that is this mini boss clear.
That was literally 2 hits.
3 actually, if you count the spell I fired at him.
Well, yeah, because it was the spell and then the overhead, and that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
That I count 2 there.
yeah. Well, no, that was 3 because there was the first hit after the spell,
Oh, okay.
and then there was the cleaning shot. That,
The wide sweep.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, now we hit up the second one.
Because you have to go down a level.
Well,
Or no, you have to finish the area boss complete.
no, there's another key we need.
But still, that
So
too.
typically the routing in these is you have a key per corridor, as it were.
These maps are not elaborate. It's pretty much just straight lines branching off from your start room. You go ahead,
They get
clear out a
more
hallway.
elaborate as you go farther along.
Are you okay?
I had a hiccup.
We need to be prepared for anything.
I'm sitting here watching the game, and I hear you like pausing. I'm like,
I was having a hiccup, and I was having
you're doing the thing I was doing in the last episode
Yep.
where you were asking me a question. I just didn't say anything because I was sitting here trying not to sneeze.
Yep.
You are so comically strong for this area. It's like depressing.
Bayonet of Devouring. That is so like you get smaller weapons like that, and I actually got the black bayonet from one of these zones.
Wow.
There are no enemies.
Which is again one of those tools that I was really looking for a long time.
Well, item.
Oh, yep. So
It
yeah,
was so
these
worth
are
it.
yeah. These zone and plus like it's free souls.
Yeah, it is. It's
Or
a grinding
free haze.
zone.
And they totally exist to flesh out your experience and to get you. You can totally use them to master skills too.
Yeah, it's a great practice. They're great little practice areas. It's great test of
Ow,
skill,
fucker.
etc., etc. They're not terribly difficult. At least not the ones that I've done.
All right.
Two hits.
And plus, if you notice, they also
Item behind
top
you.
me off after completing those mini zones.
Yeah.
But they have small goodies inside. They also have the RV Masteries inside. And not to mention, they also have Davis's memories.
Yes, which are really helpful and cool.
And later on, I want to say I also got Naomi's memories, too.
Which one's Naomi?
Naomi is, if you follow along with Davis's plot,
Yeah.
Naomi was a revenant that was really close with Davis. Just in his legs. Hang on. Please hold. Are you holding?
She was close to Davis's legs.
No, she was just really close with Davis.
Yeah.
And they're more plot.
It'll go into it as we go forward.
I don't
Okay.
want to spoil anything too terribly much, but Naomi is a
Nice thing to have
revenant that worked in tandem with
They were a team.
Davis. Yeah, they were on the same. They were part of Silva's Knights.
The Haid Knights,
The
if you
Hate
will.
Knights. Yeah.
We saw a couple of them in the flashback, and we come across a dead body of theirs every once in a while.
Yep. Every once in a while, usually holding some serious goodies. I thought I saw an item over here.
No, it looks good.
All right. Well,
On your right.
that's the one.
I'm just looking at the mini map, just watching
I
you
was
just
like,
turn in
where
circles.
am I going? But yeah, you get the keys, and then you can totally jump into there. And do you recognize that boss? I recognize that boss.
I don't even see an enemy.
That one sure does
That's
swagger.
the guy up there.
No, I don't even see it. I'd be so embarrassed for you if this killed you.
I'd be embarrassed for me. That was the first boss we fought.
Yeah, I know. I reiterate, what enemy?
You know, these guys that we catch every now and again. Because they did the same thing Dark Souls did with enemies in
Yeah.
various forms.
Hey, fight the Capra Demon. It's like the second or third boss.
Yep.
Fast forward 25 hours. Hey, look, it's 5 Capra Demons. They're just enemies.
So yeah, we not only got the item objective we were looking for, but we also cleared the zone. So we're going to teleport right on back to the outer crossroads where we can hopefully get the material we're looking for to get the bayonet we're looking for so that we can continue moving and grooving.
That's right. You wanted to do this. I totally forgot.
Yeah, well, I mean, I told you it's like an episode unto itself.
Yeah.
Because there's just various bits of cleanup work that need to be done when you roll through this game.
Yeah, and chances are if we go through another one of these, unless there's a particular thing that people need to see going through it.
There are some, and I would highly recommend like we sit down and record like a handful of them at a time.
Yeah, and then just
maybe not, and then cut it up with intent, and then cut it up.
That's going to be this. He has the same haircut as you.
Yeah,
and
we said this the first time we saw him.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, did you drag those materials up out of the depths?
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, we did.
I don't know if it's...
And we got that's his quest done.
But now,
for now,
If you have
No,
any
but now
materials
we get
from the
access
old
to-
world, I can give you valuable
powerful spices though, and boutique sake. Let's see.
and tea bag all the way on the left, I think.
No,
Nope,
those
flower
are
seeds.
seeds, but those are useful for later.
Precious antique coin. Fragrant tea, that's what it was at the top.
Fragrant tea.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, well, I want to say this is. I'm gonna get one
Just to make sure.
just to make sure that
Don't hesitate
counts
to come back
towards
if you need
the
anything.
acquisitions we need.
I want you to flash back to when we sat down and started recording, right?
Yeah.
What did I do?
In terms of. Oh, you made tea.
I made a giant cup of coffee.
Yeah.
You know how I feel?
Huh.
I'm so sleepy right now.
So sleepy.
I'm so tired right now. It's been an hour
It's been an hour
since I drank it, and it's like I want to go to bed.
I want to go to bed. It's the fact that, well, like, coffee is really good if you're going to, like, get up and continue moving. But tea, I find, is a much more sustainable
Stabilizer.
stabilizer that you can happily, like, sip on and continue moving.
Yeah, which is why I usually drink tea. I prefer it. It tastes better, in my opinion.
I
than
get up in
everything.
the morning and I make a very large thing of tea.
Yeah,
I'll sip on that while I go through emails and shit.
Yeah, that's usually what I'll do is, and I don't know how we got. Oh, I just asked you about coffee
Yeah.
and stuff.
So what? So that's what we used to do when we first started.
If we stop.
Well, what I was, the reason that I'm bringing this up is that talking about tea for a second.
Is this really for me? Thank you. I know how to brew it just...
Okay, I was like,
All
what?
right.
We
Did
both
we
were
fuck
like,
up?
We were both like, no, it's good for you. Why wouldn't you
Alright,
want it?
So, but
Yeah,
that
that
was
was-
a 3 because we had, or was that 5?
I don't know. I wasn't looking.
Damn. Now we need to go figure it out again.
God damn it.
I've really got to get stronger now.
Now
Yeah,
that you've
yeah.
given me this weird tea, Gavin.
Gavin.
Gavin me this tea.
Gavin. That's such a, that would be a solid name for like a League of Legends character. Gavin.
Well, there's already Draven.
Oh, what do you call Draven when around Christmas time? Gavin.
I was going to say, I'm not giving this to you.
You're not giving this to me.
Oh, God. I was going to say, I've got my giant IKEA bottle that I use.
IKEA.
Jonathan Colton's so fucking awesome. But I have this giant IKEA bottle that I keep, and it's, what would you say, that's like 1.5 liters or so? Something like that?
Yeah, give or take.
Uh,
Long ago in days of yore, it all began with a god named Thor. There were Vikings and boats and some plans for a furniture store.
That was the plan. All along.
Surrounded back there.
All the way.
I was waiting. I've been waiting for so long because I can sing that whole song.
I believe you, and I can't.
Oh, God.
And I super can't. What the fuck is going on?
Invasion.
What the fuck?
Oh, this is another one of his quests.
I didn't do this, I don't think.
Yeah, if you could, like, each...
I must
He's
have.
one of those revenants that has, like, 4 quests.
Right. You know what I think it is? I think it's the lights.
Ah, fuck.
I'm not used to having the lights on. It's
Fuck!
Jeez, you just got fucking golf. You just got golf swung.
Thank you, Yakumo. Having some tank support is, I make a point of not looting while I could, where there's potential for me to get fucking rolled.
Sure. There you go.
Hey, and now we talk to him again.
So I guess the medicine I was carrying is supposed to enhance a revenant's strength.
Strength,
I
yep.
think you might make better.
And that's another RV mastery.
What the hell?
You totally get those from other revenants.
Yeah, right.
And that one, this one,
Revenant Dagger.
when you throw a knife, it gives you it acts like a drain attack.
You have to take.
It does drain damage.
Well, yeah, I got that, but that's like really interesting.
Yeah, and plus we got old world materials out of it,
I think you'll
Perfect.
find-
and trade valuables,
He has
acquire
the same
valuables.
haircut as you.
He really does. Every single time we're here, we touch base on that. Spotless instrument. Evo really likes those.
Spotless? Oh, as in it's clean. I was like,
Yep.
fucking, what does that even mean?
But we were after the fragrant tea.
Yes. And the spices are also really good for her.
Yes. Well, those are the ones I identified when I ground up for getting the Brodea the other day. Oh God. We're getting there. I swear. There's just a lot of back and forth right now.
Tell you what, by the start of the next episode, we'll have the gun.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it off screen so that people don't have to suffer watching us go back and forth trying to
Well,
figure out.
once we figure out what if the
It's almost certainly the T.
it's almost well, it's the like the T is a really strong thing.
For
but
me,
at the start of the next episode, we'll have the gun. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this before, where everybody's got like their item that's worth 2, 3,
Yeah.
5, like
I
etc.
just don't remember
Which
I
is
just
which,
don't
and we
remember
didn't
which
check
is
it last
which.
time when we showed up, so now
And
we have to
like
do it again.
I wrote this list down
and then didn't bring it
and
with
didn't
you.
bring it with me because I didn't think about it.
So she was at 10 when we
She
left.
was at 10 when we left. Let's see.
Give her the thing, and then I will cut, and we will end this episode. And when we get back, you will have the gun.
Something like that. Get valuables, fragrant tea. Yep.
I know how.
Receive items. Yep,
It's-
that's
there
it.
we go. Okay.
That's perfect.
Really?
Anyway,
Alright.
Stronger.
don't forget to do the thing, win the points, and we will see you hopefully next time with a little more to offer in terms of progression.
I feel
but
like
until then, it's time to build a house of cards, really.
The last cards.
Anyway, don't forget to do the thing, win the points, and we will see you next time for an exciting episode.
Of Codeine!
Boom.
Why is Uno so popular?
Because it's delightful.
Okay.